with the pages that you put together, it is pretty important if you want to maximize your search engine visibility to include keywords, and not just to stick them in the page, but to include them in prominent places. So in like headings, picture descriptions, and to highlight them, so bold them, underline them, that sort of thing. Now you might have noticed in a previous tutorial we did that in our editing window we've got this SEO presser box, and it does a basic analysis of the page. So down here we put in the keyword or phrase that we're going to optimize for, and it checks to see what the density is of that phrase. Now it's not perfectly accurate, because if you use a variation on that phrase, like so if I put in web design, it wouldn't pick that up as a keyword, but it would still be essentially the same keyword as far as the search engine is concerned. So anyway, it gives you a guide for your keyword density, and it checks a number of things, which although you could leave these out, it probably will be better if you include them. So things like having the keyword in each of the main title tags, H1, 2 and 3. If you've got your keyword enough through the page, then it will bold one of them, italicize one of them, and underline one of them. And that just makes it so the search engine knows that that's an important word that you're trying to bring to the attention of the person visiting the page, and so maybe the search engine should pay attention to it. Also, if you've got a picture in there, it'll put an alt text or alternate text on that picture of your keyword, so that you're again associating that page and its contents with your keyword. Now, we will be rolling this out to all our WordPress sites, but even if you don't have this little tool, you can still check the majority of these things yourself anyway. So just to review, the key things are include the keyword on the page, or keywords, and synonyms of them. Make the keywords prominent in places, not everywhere, but include it in things like headings, bold it, put it in lists and links and things like that, and make it so that the person reading the page and the search engines know what's the important stuff about that page, what are the key points. And make sure you've got at least a picture on each page, preferably with the alternate text being your keywords. And if you cover all those things and you have enough information and it's written in a good, sensible way, you're going to have a much better chance of getting into a search engine than if you just put some basic couple of lines and expect it to get ranked and indexed. For a page to be indexed properly, it really does need, let's say, a minimum of 150 words probably. That obviously that's a bit of a generalization, but if you look at the pages that show up in Google search results, the preference it is showing is for the more interesting, well-worded pages, the ones that people stay on. If Google records that everybody's clicking onto your site and coming straight back again, it's probably going to penalize you. So you want to give enough information for people to make a decision about whether the page that they're on is what they're looking for, and to not, it's not to trick them, but you want to make sure that the keywords that you've advertised are the ones that they're interested in as well. So that's just a bit of general on-page SEO stuff, and you can always use bold to highlight important points, because remember, people skim read your page. So if you think, oh, okay, well, if this is like a really important point, you might bold it, so that when you look at the actual website, just save it and I'll go back to the main page in a second. When they're skimming through, they go, oh, right. And whether they read it fully or not, words that are bolded or made bigger or made obvious or in colour tend to be the ones that people's eyes are drawn to. They're more likely to read them. Not everybody's going to read everything in depth. If you'd like a hand with any of this sort of stuff, just let us know.